Hey everyone. Okay, so I didn't get on last night to finish the Stuffies because it really wasn't dry. And this burlap here, it still feels really tacky. It hasn't quite been 24 hours. So I'm not going to do this one. I'm just going to let this one sit to the side because I still think it needs to dry a little bit longer. So if you're ever doing something with the ink and it still feels tacky, just hold off on it unless you're going to go ahead and heat set it. That'll help speed up the drying process. All right, I've got my ink mat here, and toss that to the side. Put my page up. Okay, pages. So what I am going to finish is the Stuffies of the two bunnies, and then the Stuffies of the little ones, the ones with a better detail. And they didn't go through, so I'm not going to worry too much about when I put the little faces and stuff on the bunnies about having an ink mat underneath, because it really didn't. It's nice and smooth and it really didn't need it. But it's always better to be safe than sorry. I do have the info on my little kit that I offer, because I've got to put some of those together. Let's see. Oh, nope, that's the other one. All right, where is today's? Sometimes Facebook just takes a while to load up. So I'm gonna get, let's see, grab my colors of ink so I can do the bunnies. I'm gonna add their little face detail, and let's see, got a white bunny and a blue bunny. So got my little current jam. I'm just going to grab a couple colors here. Okay. Alright, I grabbed black velvet, and the papaya. Let's see if Facebook has caught up. Yay, it has. Hello. Alright, so I'm going to shut that volume off so you don't hear me talking to myself. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and, because I need an extra piece of this cloth, so how you make Stuffies. Stuffies are basically just, they're like stuffed animals, but they're just not, I guess, as fancy. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the little ones first. I've got my hot glue gun is already on and going. Well, this is sewing scissors, but I don't have all different kinds of scissors like some people that are meant for different things. So when you're making them, you don't want to cut, I'll do the bunny head first. So you want to leave a little room around the edge of where your little stencil is that you inked. Some people use chalk paste on it. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to use ink on this if you don't want to. Ink you can heat set to make sure that it stays permanent. These are just little decoration things, more or less. Little kids like them because they're not getting squishy. I guess if you have pets like animals and stuff, they're non-toxic. So they also will do it. If you can get some of those little squeakers to hide inside it. My dog used to love those. So I'm just going to, I'm going to hot glue the edge to close it. And I'm just going to kind of go around the edge, give it the shape that I want. You can do square, you can do circle, you can do like the egg. I'm going to do like an egg shape. This bunny one I'm just going to kind of make round. And I just got some excess there. Then since I don't really, so I made two just because remember I was using too much ink on one of them. This didn't go through, so I'm just going to use this as the back side. But I'm going to put them on top of each other just so I make sure when I cut it out that I'm cutting them evenly. Then I'm not wasting my material. Let's see. Doesn't have to be perfect. It can be any shape you want. You can make them all round if you want. You can make them all square. Yeah. So I just basically have the two layers. And now I'm going to, I'll do those bunnies after. I'm going to get my hot glue gun, which I can smell is getting the glue already. And I'm going to start by So putting a little hot glue around the edge. Don't want to do too much hot glue at once, because it will dry quickly on you. And I'm just going to put that down there. And hot glue, of course, is hot. So usually you can get like these little finger silicone thimbles so that when you're pushing it down on the hot glue to make sure it sticks, it's not burning your finger. It's like hot glue's hot. So I'm just going to get that started. As you can see, it's sticking. I'm going to give it a little bit more here on the edge. I kind of want to, basically I'm making a pocket, because then I'm going to stuff it on the inside with cotton balls. You can use any kind of stuffing, anything that's stuffing. Anything that would be like a pillow stuffing. I'm just using this to make sure that it stays closed good. So I've got my little pocket going there. I mean, I could have done this a much bigger pillow if I wanted to, with just a little design on it. I'm just going to try to get the rest of the pocket so I can start stuffing it. Obviously, you want to make sure it's sealed all the way around so that when you put your stuffing in it, it's not going to leak out. And hot glue dries pretty, I mean, it cools down pretty quickly. Once it's cooled down, it's pretty much stuck. But I've got my little pocket to make my little squishy. And I'm just going to grab some, open up the cotton balls. I've got my garbage pail over here. So. Now I just picked up a bag of these at the dollar store, at Dollar Tree. And let's see. I'm just going to take a couple and start stuffing them in. Can be as thick or thin as you want. Okay. So right now I've got about 5 cotton balls in there. Just shoving them in there. Now I'm going to get a little bit more just so I can seal up my little pillow area. Closing is probably going to be the hardest part. This little finger thing though does help a lot. And Dollar Tree is now carrying now. We get like 3 of them for like $1. This one actually came with these. I got a pack of them that came with my hot glue gun, so got lucky on that. You don't have to use hot glue. I just find it's just quick and easy to do. But you can take needle and thread and go through. I could even take some colorful string and go around the edge or glue it around the edge. But it's just a little squishy pillow thing. And then you can just set it in different areas. I can trim up the edges, obviously, now that it's all glued. You can take different kind of little lace things, and I could really decorate it up with some ribbon and stuff around the edge too, I suppose. So I've got those. That's how you make a little stuffy. I'm going to go ahead and ink face my bunny and do a bunny, because I think that's going to look better as a stuffy, as a bigger one. I also have lots of other little animal transfers like horses and cows, and they're probably about the size of a bunny and stuff. But there's also a truck. I think my nephews might like the truck. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so let me get one of these bunnies cut up. Maybe I'll try doing the tall bunny because it'll probably be the easier one to do. Let's see. So remember, you don't want to get really too close to the ink because you want to be able to hot glue or sew around the edge of it. And this one almost lines up pretty perfectly, so I might be able to do that one on that background. I'm going to grab another piece of my cloth from over here. Lucy, you're going to have to hop up here. Lucy. I need this material, Lucy. So, Lucy's been by my side all day. And I had to run to the other room when I was on the phone earlier and to come back and find her eating my direct subs. So she got the rest of the direct sub, which she hasn't had in a while, which she loves. Needless to say, she got about a half of a direct sub to share with her sister. Sorry for all you people down south. Yes, the cats eat more directs than you do. All right, you can have the cloth back loose. Yeah, hopefully you can't see that over there. It's making a big mess. I really need to clean the area up. All right, this one's not as smooth, not gonna be a huge deal. All right, let's get the bunny's face on. So this is the A2 transfer that goes with the A1. So the A1 was the bunny. The 2 should be okay on the cloth. And I think I'm just gonna use the black just to give a little definition to his face. He's got his ears, eyes, nose, whiskers. And usually it's pretty easy to see through. I've got his ears on his ears. I'm just gonna lift it up to check and make sure I get his feet on feet. It's over a little bit. Oh, and of course, holding it up to the light, I can really see the bunny through it. Just to make sure I've got it lined up in the right spot. That you won't be able to do on chalkboard because you can't see through it, but this cloth I can see through. So I should be able to go ahead and ink this one up and then start with my hot glue and stuffing it. Hey Melissa, I'm working on my stuffies. All right, so I'm gonna grab a little, I just don't need that on my finger. I'm gonna grab a little squeegee just so I can fit some little definition on here. And then I'm not gonna wait for it to dry completely to do the rest of it. Just doing the areas of his bunnies. I mean, you could do like a little blue eye, little pink nose, all different colors if you wanted to. Be as creative or simple as you want it to be. Okay, so as you can see, just went over the little areas to get the additional bunny stuff. Hopefully I'm holding it in an area you can see it. I got some clothespins to try that. I don't know if I want to do the clothespin wreaths that they've been doing. There. All right. Just gonna set this. Okay, I'm gonna give that a second to dry, and I'm gonna wipe this ink off. In the meantime, I'm just gonna spray it down and use a wipe. The quicker you clean it off, the less likely it is to stain the transfer. And this is black ink, so definitely want to be mindful of that. Oops. If you're using just water, you can use just water. Oh, you're using it for an Easter tray? Cool. So you ever notice your transfer is starting to stain? Using a Clorox wipe is good because sometimes it just gets digs in a little bit better on the green part, the tealish green part, to help get some of the staining out. Doesn't hurt the transfer. You just really want to make sure you want to get the mesh area clean. So you don't want to leave the ink and chalk paste on it too long. Usually I have a water basin that I throw it down into. Oh, and you can see I can push through it so you can see that line of a bunny on there now. Oh, if I'd done on top of that one, it'd be a whole bunny. All right, so, whoops. I did do a tiered tray the other day. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I had like my good tiered tray. I wanted to do the taller one, the better material, but I dropped the glass part part that I was using on the insert. So I need to get another one of those. So I'll stop like at Dollar General or something. I knew I should have bought 2 of them just in case, but I didn't. I bought a couple different kinds to see which one I was gonna like doing better. And just making sure I keep this nice and clean. So as you can see, it's stained the transfer, the ink. It's not hurting it at all. I'm looking through and I see all my mesh screen areas are clear. That's what you care about. And I'm just gonna set it on the, now that it's pretty much dry, on the backer just to completely dry the rest of the way. And I'll get this so I don't forget. I am gonna be doing a quick little video. My mom asked me to do one. She finally opened the package I sent her. So I'm going to show her, I'm going to go through and do, because the little one I sent her was the Love Brings Us Home, this little transfer. It's got 3 embellishments with it. So I'm going to go through and do a video of that later, so that she has something that she can like do it with at the same time. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, because there's always, I can always choose a specific transfer if you want to like kind of like a step-by-step walking you through it at the same time. Okay, let's see. Just gonna get these 2 cut. They're next, so they're the right, so at least their sizes match up. Maybe I'll just one like more square. I could use my transfer trimmers, but I really want to keep them for my transfers because they work so perfectly. I think I'm gonna have to invest and get some of those different kind of scissors that all the crafters have. They have some for paper, some for fabric. I thought it was silly, but apparently it's really not silly. It just really helps you out. Okay. Just trying to get these as even as possible. Giving a little extra room around the bunny. Just tossing that into the garbage, the extras. Just give a little character to it, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to cut the corners off. It'll probably be easier when I'm gluing them too. It's time to get the hot glue. Yeah, it was a little glass thing that I broke on that tray, but that's all right. I can easily fix it. I made sure to get it up before the cats got to it. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little, little hot glue around the edge to get it started. Push this down, try to get into place, get my little silicone finger thing on so I don't burn my finger. And then just pushing it down all the way around just to make sure. And if you are if you've ever used hot glue, you know that how hot it is. And to do ones like this, it really does help to have something covering your finger. Silicone does work the best. If you have anything else that's silicone that you can use, that will work too. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to go right down this side. Alexa, dismiss. Go. Alexa, dismiss. If anybody knows how to end a reminder once you put one on her, I put one on her like a while ago when I unplugged it, had it unplugged for a month and I turned it back on. And she's still trying to do the reminders. I don't need the reminders anymore. I have not figured out how to end her. I thought unplugging her would have worked, but apparently Alexa has a memory. But yet she only does the reminder on that one. I have 3 of them. Well, if you have an Alexa, you know, you never know what her deal is. She'll just come on at random times for no reason. No idea why. So I've gotten over my fear of the hot glue gun, obviously. I know the more I use it, the better I'll get with it. I've always been bad with glue. Much better than using super glue though, because whenever I use super glue, I tend to glue my fingers together. Really avoid it. I hate using it. I usually ask somebody else to do it. My sister used to always be good at it, so I asked her, can you super glue this? Because I am going to stick my fingers together. I'm just not smart enough to use super glue. Okay, it's getting closer. And I'm trying to decide, I think I'm just going to try to go down this side. And then when I get to here, I'll start stuffing it. Hopefully that works. I can still feel that the glue is still warm. I don't know why they make the cords on these things so short. Like really, I'm not sitting right next to an outlet. Alright, I'm just making sure I got room in there to put the stuffy stuff in. And you can see I got a little excess here. I'll trim that all up afterwards. Hi, I see you out there. Well, I mean, I don't see you, but I see a number out there indicating that there are people. Yeah, I'm getting hot glue all over everything. That's all right. So I'm going to steal a little bit more and then start stuffing it. I just got off the phone with my mom and nephews because I'm supposed to go down to North Carolina. We're trying to keep track of what the travel restrictions are and if I have to quarantine and if I can get the vaccine, which opens up for my group like this week. If that means that I don't have to quarantine. They keep changing it and it's like try to keep up with what the most recent update is. All right, cotton balls and start stuffing them. I did get some wood, Melissa. I've just got to go out and start staining. I've got some wood and some stain. But we should probably talk about, we're going to do the vendor fair at the Messina Mall in a couple of weeks. On what we're going to bring. Alright, so let's see. And like just touching this was just a little bit of ink, so I mean it's ink on ink, it's not sticky, I'm not smearing it or anything, so I didn't have to really wait too long for it. Try not to stuff it so much. Yeah, we gotta talk about what we're gonna bring and who's gonna bring what and work all that out. Because I do have to squeeze in a presentation at the beginning of when the vendor fair opens up. With my promotion, I now have to be the one that does presentations for work. So I gotta do a virtual one. So, if you're watching this and you need to know anything about college financial aid, let me know. I'm now the director, so I get to do the lovely presentations. So we have some open houses and admitted student days coming up, and I'll be doing the presentations at those. And I do have some cute Easter ribbon and stuff, so I probably could even tack that along the edge, either with glue or string. See how creative I went. So far, a little bunny pillow, which will be able to set up anything. And I think I've got it stuffed. Maybe I can put a couple more in there, make it nice and stuffy. Okay, let's see. All right, just gotta finish this off. Getting better at my glue gun. Come on. I think I'm getting towards the end of that glue stick. Close it up. Yeah. Well, the end part is the hardest because it's not flat like the first part. So I'm trying to, I've got that stuffing in there. I've got it down to one little part. Let's see if I can get my glue stick. Push it in there a little bit. And it is very hot. There we go. Yeah, I just need a little bit more on the glue stick. Alright. I'm just moving the stuffing around in there. So I got my little stuffy pillow. So I got a little one, a big one. I'll probably finish the other ones off later. Put that back there. My cotton balls to the side. So these are what stuffies are. Pretty neat, pretty easy. Remember, the ink in the chalk base is non-toxic. It's not going to hurt anything. It does look a little plain on the edge. This one looks fine. I mean, this one you could easily make like a game out of, honestly. Like even a memory game or something, if you did multiple ones. Hey, Tammy. Tammy Joe. Yes, you caught the end of my live. I made little stuffies. So just a burlap kind of material with, you can use ink or chalk paste on it. I used ink. I did a bunny one. And then these are one of the little mini transfers. I got a couple more that I'll end up doing, which was the little birdie mini transfer, and then a little egg one, which is the You're a Good Egg. So those are a couple of other little stuffies that I can do with my excess material. I am going to, I am going to, after this live, I'm going to get my stuff together so I can do a walkthrough live for my mom to do the Love Brings Us Home transfer. And I did this one on the house, but I'm going to pull out what was in the kit for her that I gave her, which was like a paste packet, so you can show you how to get the paste out and use paste packet correctly. This transfer, and then one of these boards, the little board and base. Actually, probably will use this one. So I'm gonna pull that stuff out. I'm gonna dig into my thing and get out the colors and stuff that I gave her, so that I can do. Yeah, it's just something different that you can do with them. There's so many different options that you can use this stuff for. It's great. I love it. I love it. I can't remember if you said you put an order in for anything or not. It hasn't shown up on my thing yet, so if you did, let me know, because I can look into it, because it's not showing anything up there. Okay. So I'm probably going to sign off for about a half an hour so I can get all that stuff ready for my mom's live, and then go ahead and do that, and then when I'm down visiting them, I will make her do a live with me, and that should be quite interesting. She'll see her, oh, I'm not crafty. See how many times she does that. But Mason will love doing it, and we'll be doing the trucks and stuff, I'm sure, with them, and making some more t-shirts for his YouTube channel, because I did get some smaller sizes in. B-Wear is where I get, a lot of the shirts and sweatshirts and masks and stuff from, because they're really good deals. I just buy the ones that are the cheaper ones that they've got on clearance, because maybe it's limited sizes or limited colors. And then those are what I've been using for ink and stuff. But they're pretty good material, so that's why I keep buying more from them. And the shipping is only, it's like less than $10 for like a big huge box, so it's really great. Yeah, Tammy, it's not showing. It didn't show up on my thing that an order went through. So hopefully you got an email confirmation, because it hasn't showed on my end. So I guess you can make sure when you go to the page that I'm listed as your designer. So I guess we'll just have to double check that and see who's listed as your designer. Maybe for some reason it messed up and didn't go under mine. So we'll have to check on that. But if we're going to get you the designer kit, we'll make sure that we've got that all set up in advance and do that right. Okay, I'm going to sign off, get my area cleaned up, and then I'll be back probably like in a half hour, 45 minutes to do a walkthrough of basically what all the Try Me kits online have. So I'll pull out what I've got for that stuff, because I pretty much have almost all of them. So you can see what's in a Try Me kit, and we'll actually do one so that you can, if you go ahead and buy one, you can like kind of do the video and basically be doing it at the same time as me, which is what we do at the workshops. At the workshops, we have everything out there and we're all doing it together. And then I'm right there to ask questions if needed. All right. I know. And I have my work email account and my personal email account, which trying to keep those different is, and I have like two, because I have like my bill account, my personal email account, and then my work account. And I get hundreds in my work account every day. It's just trying to keep track of them, like not to forget what to follow up on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And if you want to check back in like within a half an hour or so, I'll be going on the next video to do a walkthrough for my mom. Okay, if you have any requests, let me know. Don't forget to hit like if you like the video, and I will talk to you later.